guys, so I'm making a raw carrot cake bar for you guys today, and I actually saw this through a site called Unrefined Vegan, and she uses a lot of, whole plant-based ingredients to make really yummy and delicious things. I like it because there's a ton of good for you ingredients like nuts and seeds, and you also don't have to bake it, which is really lovely. You kind of slap it together and it looks like a carrot cake ice cream sandwich. So I can't wait to show you guys the recipe, so let's head over to the kitchen and let's get started.
Okay, so I'm going to start off by lining a half a sheet pan and a quarter sheet pan with parchment paper, and that's just for later. You can set it aside. I have unsweetened coconut and a cup of that, and then a cup of cashews that I've soaked for about 2 hours so that they get nice and soft before we blend it. I've strained it, and then now it all goes into the food processor. I have some lemon juice, and the lemon juice is really going to function as having this cream taste like a cream cheese sauce. So 2 tablespoons of that, and then in go a couple tablespoons of coconut oil. The recipe will be down below. I have a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and then this is agave nectar. You can put in honey, you can put in maple syrup, and then I mix that with a little bit of stevia because I always go half-half so that I don't taste the after flavor. And then you want to blend this until it's pretty smooth because it's supposed to be kind of that cream cheese frosting, which is going to happen in the center. So make sure to kind of use your spatula and scrape around, and then just blend it until it's smooth, and that actually takes a good couple minutes. So it'll look like this when it's done. If you have a more powerful blender, I think it can be even creamier. So you put this onto the quarter sheet pan, so the smaller of the two, and you just spread it with a spatula until it's thin. Eventually this will get put into the refrigerator to kind of set and dry up a little bit. So meanwhile, you want to, right now on the carrot cake layer, so you want to do about 3 cups of shredded carrots, and you can do this in a machine or you can do this in a grater, and 3 cups of pecans, so a fair amount of fiber in there. And these are going to be prunes, so 2 cups of prunes. I actually found it to be a little bit sour for me, so I would cut it maybe with a cup of prunes and then a cup of dates if you guys are looking for that. So the rest of the flavorings, a little bit of vanilla, I have a little bit of ground cinnamon, there's going to be a half a teaspoon of ground ginger, allspice, and then cardamom in there as well. So a lot of these spices that'll make it really good. 2 tablespoons of flaxseed meal, and that will kind of help bring everything together. I put a little bit of water in there just to get the machine going because there are a lot of factors in play here. So you actually want to get it pretty mashed up. I mean, not too finely, but just because there are so many nuts and dried fruit in there, it will become chunky anyway. So this looks a little bit dry, but actually you want it to be that way because eventually it's not going to get baked. So it's just going to set up in the refrigerator and then kind of dehydrate a little bit, and then that's how it will set up. So I started with the spatula first. I found it was much easier to just use my hands, and then I'm just going to directly split this in half, and that is because, again, these 2 layers are going to be kind of the outsides of the sandwich, and then the cashew cream layer is going to be in the center. So this gets put in the refrigerator about 2 hours, just until it starts setting up. So now I'm just going to put the first layer down, so a little bit of the scissors, quickness of the hand, and I'm dropping it down. Next comes that cashew cream layer, so we're going to just do the same thing and then peel that back, and then finally the last layer of the carrot cake for up top, so you have a nice kind of little sandwich going on there, cream in the center. You want to cut the edges off. It'll just make it a little bit prettier. You don't have to if you don't want to, and then divide it up however way you like. I find that probably 1.5 inches wide, and then probably just down the middle are big enough bars. They kind of remind me of like the granola or the cereal bars, and it's of that size. You'll see that there are some of the markings from the parchment paper, but just use a little bit of water and then rub on it, and it actually just smooths out quite well. And really, that's sort of it for these raw carrot bars. I was so surprised at how good they were and how creamy the cashew cream in the center was, and I wasn't left feeling like gross or anything because there's no refined sugar in this. There's a ton of like good for you fiber and carrots and pecans and whatnot, and you can wrap these up individually. You can freeze them or just wrap it up individually and then bring it along as a snack, or kind of sometimes when you need something sweet like an afternoon treat, these guys are the perfect things to go to because it keeps you full, it's delicious, it's energizing. Anyways, there you guys go, raw vegan carrot cake. As usual, if you want to see more recipes like this, please hit like and subscribe, and I will see you guys again next time. Bye!